All right, so we're going on another cruise, and it just started snowing, so let's go to the Bahamas, right?
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps and winning free cruises. I'm going to show you what it's all about, so let's get rolling.
We usually go the same day, but we're flying the day before. Why is that, Amber? Why are we flying in the day before and getting a hotel?
We're flying in the day before because we couldn't get a direct flight the morning of, and we're going out of a new port, out of a new city that we've never been in before.
Which is Cape Liberty in New Jersey. So we're flying from Denver to Newark, and we're also flying on United instead of Southwest, because we usually get free flights with Southwest. So this one costs us a little bit.
A little bit extra.
But that's because Southwest doesn't fly into Newark, which is the closest airport to the cruise port.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. Let's get there. So we arrived in Newark.
First time.
First time.
Nice airport.
Nice airport. And you might be saying, because earlier we talked about going to the Bahamas, and you're like, wait a minute, Brian, you're wearing a camouflage jacket. Can you wear a camouflage jacket in the Bahamas? There are some islands where you can't wear camouflage. I know Jamaica's one of them. And so, you know, we're going from 28 degrees to 82 degrees. So I won't be needing this jacket off the ship. But now let's go check in. Well, we're going to do Uber, and then we're going to check into our hotel. Ready?
Go.
Let's do it. Well, we've made it to the hotel, and we're looking forward to a... What are you doing?
Just trying to be out of the way.
We're here at Trip, T-R-Y-P, by Wyndham in Newark, and it took about $25 for an Uber to get here in downtown Newark, and it takes about $25 to get from here to the cruise port. So let's go. And while you're on the Uber, make sure to do your safety briefing on your phone before you get to the ship, and that way checking into your assembly station will be a breeze. Sorry I blocked you the whole time. All right, we arrived at the Anthem of the Sea. Can you see it? It's the Anthem of the Sea. It's back there. And I wanted to talk a little bit about this port when it comes to traffic. If you've ever been to Miami, it's much the same. I mean, there is traffic. Like, it took like, what, 20, 30 minutes? Once you get here, the traffic's barely moving. Like a snail, to get to this place, to drop off, and then to head into there's a big group of people over there that are getting off, and then we're getting on. So we've never been here before, but I'm assuming it's this way. Want to go try it out?
Let's find out.
So there is a place where the Uber or somebody that's dropping you off can turn around, like right before you make this big right turn into the traffic. There's a place where you can make a left turn, get out, and walk right over instead of waiting through the long line that took like a half hour to go 100 yards, you know. So there's that. And pretty much, oh, it looks like there is a long line to get in. Oh my goodness. Okay, so far we're gonna get on the Anthem of the Sea, but so far this port,
It took us a few hours.
yeah, this port doesn't look very organized. You know, out of New York, expect a lot of people. There is kind of a line, just a little line. There is a big long line. And now we head on board. Let's do it. Let's get there. What do you? Yeah. All right. It is a Quantum class ship, the Anthem of the Sea. Quantum class. Hi. And now we're gonna head to our muster station. Now we need to find it. Let's ask somebody in these yellow vests.
Yes, ma'am. This one is all the way down that side. I tell him to go to forward and one floor down.
Perfect.
So whenever you're on a Quantum class ship, this is the Anthem of the Sea, and it looks much like the Ovation of the Sea, or the Odyssey of the Sea, or the Quantum of the Sea, which is a Quantum class ship as well. Very similar, right? We're going to your muster station, your assembly station. What is it, A1? All right, make sure you do that first. All right, we checked into your muster station. Now what?
Lunch?
Okay, let's do it.
Wash you on one board. Wash your hands, your attitude. And in this way, all we have to do. Wash your hands.
Now, once you're on the app, you can look at the different things that are coming up, and you can actually book once you're on the app. So make sure to get on the app. As you see, you need the Wi-Fi to be ready for booking. So let's get on the Wi-Fi. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do once you get to lunch is get onto the Wi-Fi. And the way you get on the Wi-Fi, pretty much looking for the ship's Wi-Fi. So you can see, oh, there it is, guest Anthem. That's where we'll be. Once you get on the app and you're on the Wi-Fi, then you'll be able to reserve things. Complimentary ripcord is today, and we can just reserve it. You can also reserve for shows and be able to put stuff on your calendar as well. If you wanted to make sure to put and add things to your calendar, you would simply just add to your calendar. So the importance of doing the shows right when you get on board and get on the Wi-Fi is they reserve up quick. I don't know if you can see that, but there's only 2 spots left for this show, and that's for the whole voyage. So there's only 2 spots left. Everybody's taking these, so go through and pick all the shows and reserve for the ones you want, and put stuff on the calendar that you're not going to want to forget about. All right, so here is the port area, and there is, can you see the Statue of Liberty right there? Wow. Of course, it is an overcast day. We're in the, going into October, November, and so yeah, Statue of Liberty. I think we're gonna not go right by it. If we were going north towards Canada, I think we'd go right by it. I think this one we're actually heading away from it, but it's right there, the Statue of Liberty. It's pretty cool. Now, I always recommend taking the stairs rather than the elevator. There's such a long line for the elevator at that level, and then look at this level. Nobody. Okay, I usually go down the stairs and up the elevator, but we're going up the stairs. All right, they put the luggage outside your room, and then whenever you find your room, your cards will be right here, welcome, and then you just go in to your room. So let's go find our room. All right, so here we found it. Then we go in, and we have an ocean view this time. And so now we're just in here, and it's time to relax. Let's do it. Well, we have definitely been relaxing, but as you can see, the weather is, kind of cloudy. It's been raining, and with the weather being like this, we actually didn't get to stop at Perfect Day at Coco Cay in Bahamas. And so whenever you're on a ship, weather permitting and itinerary can change. We went to Freeport, Bahamas instead of Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And let me tell you, I'd much rather been at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. We flew into Newark on United. We have free flights with Southwest, and Southwest actually flies out of LaGuardia. So what we're gonna do is I looked, an Uber would have cost about $200 to go to LaGuardia. However, there was an excursion that is on the last day, and you get off the ship, you disembark, and you go on the excursion. That is a tour of New York City, and then it drops you off at LaGuardia. So guess what? That's $200 for both of us, $100 a person. Same price as an Uber getting to the airport, and we're actually gonna do an excursion to check out New York and get to the airport where we can have our free Southwest flight back to Denver. So you might say, well, how do you get free flights? It's a rewards credit card, and it's the Southwest, not a sponsor, but that's what we do. So round trip usually costs us about $22, $23 for a round trip flights with using our points and our rewards with the Southwest Visa. So I think it would be worth it getting to LaGuardia and flying to Denver rather than flying out of Newark. And to have that excursion and that tour to go through and see New York, that's what we're gonna do. So here we go. We have our excursion tickets right off of the last day. We're getting ready. And it says to meet, whenever you have an excursion on the last day, it says to meet at the Royal Theater. So that's where we're heading to the Royal Theater, yeah?
Yep.
And then we'll get escorted off of the ship from the crew that will take us right onto the tour bus for our tour of New York City. Okay, so we walked out of we pretty much just disembarked, but because we have our stickers visible, there were people along the way that escorted us to get to the shuttles. So we just kind of went towards the shuttle and buses area. So now we'll just see which one of these that we get on. So we could just ask, and they take us from the cruise port to the airport.
Here it comes. It's coming up right now. Pablo's slowing down a little bit. Here we go. State line up, New Jersey. There we go. Welcome to New York, the front of the bus. Here we go. You feel the difference?
Okay, we are in the lower Manhattan area of New York. I believe that's where we are. In New York, we're gonna go look at the World Trade Center Memorial, and so we have a couple stops that we get off before we get to the airport. She's taking a picture of me.
When you look at it from this angle, it looks like there's no end to it. It looks like it goes on forever, doesn't it? That was the idea of the design of this building. There are two places where when you look at it, it looks like it goes on forever. What I think is really, really lovely about it on days like today is you get to see the reflection of the clouds.
So I must admit, being here at the Freedom Tower and the 9/11 Memorial, very somber moment, seeing the names of the people, and that little rose that you saw represented the birthday of Robert. So happy birthday, Robert, as we're here. And then right here, this sphere, this was a sphere that was in the middle of the two trade centers, the towers.
It's perfectly round.
It's perfectly round. And then after the towers fell, they picked this up through the rubble. And the artist said that when he made it, he wanted it to represent world peace. And he said now this, the way it looks now, he said, the artist said that it maybe better reflects world peace than it did when he created it. And so they actually put this artwork here, right across the street from where the towers were. So man, what a somber moment. So we're gonna spend a few minutes here and then we'll get on with this video. Okay, here we go. So we had about a half hour to walk around, and now we're gonna get back on the shuttle and now to the next stop before we get to the airport. This is pretty awesome, these excursions.
The Radio City Rockettes, and they have 10 shows a week. I mean, they have 3 shows a day practically, and all of this right here.
Well, we're here in November, and right here we're at Rockefeller Center right here, and this little thing right here, that's where they put the giant Christmas tree. And so Amber's like, oh my gosh, I want to come back to see the Christmas tree. And I think she wants to see it because of Elf, the movie. And then they have the ice skating. The ice skating ring is up right now, or rink. And wow, I've never been to New York, so for me, it was pretty awesome. And then Saks Fifth Avenue right over there. So anyway, I think Amber's gonna make us. Are we gonna have to come back?
Yes. And we need to take a picture.
So we are now headed toward Times Square. If you look straight ahead where it says Jungkook Golden on Spotify, right above there you can see this little kind of a ball up there. That is where they dropped the ball on New Year's Eve. And we are now entering into Times Square. Now where you see the red staircase leading to nowhere, this is right above the TKTS booth. This is where people are lined up to buy half-price tickets to Broadway shows. So that's what everybody's in line for, is to get tickets. This is called Duffy Square, named after Father Duffy, who was the chaplain of the New York. Boy, we missed all that. That's great. So, hey, you get to see the marathon. You even get to see the marathon. That's great. So, as we go across here, take a look to your right. All the way down, you can see the skyline. It's a magnificent view, huh?
All right, we got to the LaGuardia airport, and that was a pretty cool trip, wouldn't you say?
It was awesome.
So sometimes we just take Ubers, but being that this, like I said before, that this was just as much, more cost effective, same price,
Experience.
and a great experience getting a tour guide to tell us all about the stuff. And now Amber knows exactly where she wants to come back when we come to New York again, right?
Yep.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more, watch this video. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel here. And we hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.